What's goody, fam? It's your favorite Cuzzos D.
And your boy Dapper D.
And you are now vibing with
This Drinks on Me podcast, baby.
Pull Up, niggas.
What
Pull
up?
up. Yo, what's goody? What's goody, brother?
What's happening, my man?
Nothing
Man,
much. Nothing much life. You know what
life be lifing.
Ain't it though? Life be lifing when the math ain't math. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
But
Man,
what we got tonight for him, brother?
man, I think we got a real interesting one tonight, bruh. And it kind of came to me just over some relationships that, and folks I've been talking to over the week, man. But I wanted us to talk about tonight, man, hanging up the cape. You know what I'm saying? Because superheroes need healing too, baby.
God damn. Now, hold on. Let me make sure. Was you talking superheroes or pimps? Because you're decked out right now.
Them out. Look, they need healing too. They don't know it, but they need and some of them
they
do.
Hoes need healing, niggas. I wish they would ask. I wish these hoes would ask me to heal. Better put them heels on and heal your ass up that heel and make my money, honey.
Oh, you is stupid, boy. Nah, man, but it's a real deep concept, man. Because I don't think people understand. We get tired, but we are raised and trained to be just like superheroes. We raised and we trained to, me and you done talked about this before. To save them, and then drop them off. And I think, and that's every little boy. If you think of it, man, like we studied this concept too. The little boys, they play with their action toys. They play with, they watch cartoons that's like that, where it's always, I'm fixing something, or I'm saving, this person, or the damsel in distress, or whatever it may be, But I wanted to flip that, man, because, you get caught in that, and then it's like, you don't know how to feel as a man.
Man, that's a fact, boy. That's a statement right there.
And I ain't trying to speak, against any other race, but I'm gonna talk about black men in this one for real, because I'm a black man.
Well, yeah, you're a Cuban man. With that bronze skin. That Hebrew skin. That's the skin. And the cloth of velvet jacket, boy.
Oh, right. Man. But I mean, just think of it, right? I was talking to a young brother, man, and he was like, man, I feel so many different ways. But he couldn't really express that. And I was like, man, just say what you feel. You're amongst real folks. You're amongst real people. You with a real one. You know what I'm saying? No matter what you get taught.
Right? You with a real nigga. I said, real nigga alert.
Right. But we have a hard time expressing how we feel, because it's like, hey, you're supposed to be tough all the time. You're supposed to be proud all the time. You're supposed to be prideful all the time. It's like, damn, when is enough going to be enough? How much do we have to be broken before we can start telling what we feel and the healing can begin?
Man, look, you know what? Hold on. Let me suit up. Did I mind these hoes? And I'm in there, bitch. All right, so the main thing is, do we even know what healing looks like? We gonna go with black men, or in our culture, just in general, our culture, do we even understand will we even recognize healing if we saw it? Because I don't think a lot of us has ever properly learned how to take the time to heal. Mm-hmm. Now we know how to bury.
Oh yeah.
Now we've learned how to bury shit, heat, or shut a door. We've learned how to do that very well. Cut off that side of us that we would consider hurt, because we can't look weak out here, right? Because we catching it from every which way. I can't speak for no other man, but I know as a bright skinned man, as y'all like to point out, you motherfuckers, as a black man, you getting hit from everywhere most of the time, whether it be your job, you just walking in the street, hell, sometimes in your own home, sometimes from your own family. You can be getting attacked like a motherfucker, so you don't really have nowhere to go. And coming from Chicago, like we couldn't be weak. Like right. You couldn't be weak or you was food, right? You couldn't be out in them streets.
Yeah.
No way, shape, or form. Even giving off the sense of weakness, because nigga, they coming.
Yeah.
For no reason. They coming. So it's like you got that aspect of it, and then you might have the man in your life who raising you. And maybe they haven't learned how to properly heal. So what they're investing into you is be strong, push through no matter what. You got to be the breadwinner. They setting the bar like
crazy high
to the point where if you fail, like you just feel like you can't accomplish anything. But it's like with a bar set that high, how could you not fail? Right?
Right.
And not even understanding that you have to fail in order to learn.
Exactly.
Anything. Yeah. Everything we know, we had to fail at it repeatedly until we got it right. Exactly. That's the old saying, you know what I'm saying? We ain't practice till we got it right. We continue to fail till we couldn't get it wrong. Right. And we missed that because we so hard on ourselves, because the world was hard on us. And we felt like we got to do it. Right, everything's on our shoulders, and it's not. I don't even know how other cultures approach that concept. You know, I've never actually sat down with any other ethnicity and like, hey, yo, do you feel like the weight of the world on your shoulders if you fail at something, or do y'all have it to where it's like, all right, I fucked up, let me get right? Because I don't know. I just know for us, it's like, yo, if we fuck up, everybody pointing it out. You know, you hear it all the time in all these movies, especially like the movies set back in the Gap. It's like, yo, we got to be extra, extra great, because if we ain't extra, extra great, they ain't going to even see us. It's like, what the fuck? Like, that's what's been passed down to us, dog. We got to be extra, extra phenomenal. Nigga, we got to be damn near perfect just to be seen.
Right. Exactly.
Just to be acknowledged. Like, oh, okay, I see you. Like, you got this bum over here. Motherfucker,
but see,
you know, he's cool, but us, it's like we can jump out the fucking plane, do 15 flips, and land on our feet, bounce up, and turn to Goku. They be like, oh yeah, I noticed him. You know, it's shit like that.
I guess that's the thing, right, bro? You know, and I was kind of explaining that to a young blood tonight. You know, when we was talking. And by the way, his name is Terry, man. So shouts out to Terry, man. But you know, I was explaining to him, everybody knows Batman and Superman. They know them, right? But not even Batman and Superman want to be Batman and Superman all the time. Sometimes they just want to be Bruce Wayne and Clark Kent. You know what I'm saying? And just on the women's standpoint of it, you know, in helping us, you know, you with a real one when she don't want you to be Batman and Superman. She wants you to be Bruce Wayne and Clark Kent. You know what I'm saying? Because she know I can have a life with you. You know what I'm saying? And you know you can have a life with her. But if I'm constantly being a hero, then we can't have no life. Because every time, I don't think people understand this, bro, and you tell me if I'm wrong, but the villains come after the heroes. If they didn't know you was a hero, they probably wouldn't come after you.
Yeah, that's pretty well.
You see what I'm saying? Like,
unless you just the unfortunate nigga that they making an example of. But
right, you know what I'm saying? Of course that. But I'm saying, okay, think about it. Bruce Wayne, he hides behind Batman. Like, they don't know until they know. That they figure it out. Like, you got to figure out, nigga, I'm a superhero. You know what I'm saying? You got to figure out. And I don't know how they hadn't yet figured out that Clark Kent is Superman. The face
man, look, that whack ass nigga. Everybody who likes Superman, fuck that shit. I'm speaking it. I can't stand his ass. Never could. I mean, I don't care if he, because how the fuck all he do is take off his glasses. Then, oh God, This is literally what this nigga does. Y'all see me? Y'all see me?
That's
Now I'm
it.
fucking Superman.
Right.
No one knows it's me though.
I mean, but it's crazy because what you said was like we have to do exceedingly abundantly above, right, to even be noticed, right? And I'm like, you do all of that, but all you want to be is just normal, and really not normal, really,
Okay, shit.
because you being extraordinary, just being who you are. If you think about it, like we really don't have to prove because people are already looking. We already stand out. Our culture already stand out. Just our skin tone alone, and it always stood out. Why do you want us? You know what I'm saying? If it didn't, just you standing, being born or whatever, you automatically, but you are trained that you have to be so much more. And it kind of makes you robotic after a while because it's like, hey, you got to be this, and put all your feelings, emotions, put all of that to the wayside. Put truth to the wayside and accept this fake falseness.
That's a fact.
Okay?
That is a fact.
Accept all of that and put away truth. So our homes continue to be broken. We constantly out here, taking each other out. We distressed beyond measure, man. And it's just like, okay, I just want to put the cape up. I don't want to be the superhero. I don't want every villain looking out for me, wondering when I'm coming. I want to be with that one woman who just want me to be me. Mm. You feel what I'm saying, bro? And not I got to save her. Then I gotta leave her. And I gotta save everybody else. Then I gotta leave my kids. And then I gotta save somebody else. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, I don't want to get into a pattern like that. And then I'm never able to tell or sit down and have that talk. Like we talk about mental health, right? Think about even how
Facts.
that plays into mental health. Like I'm never ever able to sit on the couch because I'm constantly out here in war, trying to save the world. But my wife, man, I don't mind talking about this. But when I went to therapy, you know, and I heard my wife say this plenty of times, like, I don't want you to fix it. And that was so new to me because I was so used to fixing it,
Fix it, Felix.
you know?
I
And we
don't
get so
fix it.
used to fixing it. But some things, man, and a lot of it, we just ain't supposed to fix, bro.
Well, honestly, a lot of it, 99.9% of it, we really can't fix, especially when it's eternal.
Right.
Like, we can't fix those things that we can't see. You know what I'm saying? You can fix the bills, like shit that you could put your hands on, you can fix that.
Right.
But you can't really fix like internal shit because you didn't leave the scar. You ain't put the scar. You ain't create the problem. So it's like shit. You can try, but for the most part, you just getting on their goddamn nerves because it's like, yo, you don't even. This is something that they have to deal with. And the crazy thing is, if they're not ready to, it ain't nothing that you can do. No. So the more you pushing, trying to fix it, the more you fucking wait, the more you pushing, trying to bring it together, the more they're pulling away from you. Yeah. So it's like a catch-22. It's like shit, you trying to let me help you, and they like, nigga, you can't help me. So it's like causing resentment. That's why I said we need to learn how to properly heal because we haven't never really had that opportunity because the monkey's always been on our back. Only thing we do is bury. Like we are really good at burying how we feel. True. That's what we're good at. We're not good at healing. We're good at pretending like we're healing. And we're good at walking around, putting on this act for people, putting on the mask if you want to be the hero, use the heroes, or in Clark Kent situation, taking off glasses. Right. But it's like we're good at putting on a mask, a facade for people, because we don't want people to know we fucked up. So we pretend like we healed, but we just really buried that shit, but not
Yeah.
deep enough. Like I said before, you can't bury those type of things deep enough. They will always resurface. It don't matter. Like when the flood of emotions hit, it will always bring that shit back up. So we have to learn how to properly heal and not be afraid to take that time and actually like put up that cape and do what we need to do so we can be better. Because if you 50% out here trying to save the world, nigga, you missing a lot of marks, motherfucker. You fucking up. I'm telling
you. But you know what, bro? I'm gonna piggyback on what you just said. When we speak on burying, you only bury what's dead. See, you can't bury something in you because you're still alive. And then the thing about being alive and trying to bury something is it's so painful, you don't want it in you. You know what I'm saying? It's so painful, I want it to come out anyway. And you constantly spend so much time trying to bury something in something living. Okay? Not understanding that that's just not possible. It's not possible. Something has to die in order for you to bury. So if you constantly trying to bury it in you, then guess what you're doing? You're killing yourself. You know what I'm saying? You are killing yourself, man. We got to stop wearing our scars like they tats.
Ah.
You know what I'm saying?
Like,
you know, you remember on Black Panther, man, Killmonger had all them. Yeah, and he said it was for everybody he killed. You know what I'm saying? Okay, but man, I'm like, you killing yourself, you know? You know, because you keep trying to bury something in what's living. Not understanding that, man, hey, something gonna have to just completely die in order for me to be able to bury this. So you might as well sit and let it out. Get it out. You know, if you still want to live, that is.
Yeah, that's the part though. So that's the part. Getting it out. I don't think we know how to get it out because safe spaces they're kind of now being created, but you know, black folk can't do therapy and shit like that. Didn't really give a fuck about mental health like that not too long ago anyway. So it was like, we didn't really know. Like we have chop up sessions, barbershop sessions, and shit like that with our niggas and stuff, but it wasn't what we needed. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't really healing. It was just, oh, it felt good to say this. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It felt good to say it out loud, but then what? Okay, you said it, but you still ain't healed from it. You just said how you felt out loud. We never take the next step, or we hardly take, or even know what the next step is after saying how we feel. Okay, now what do we do?
Right.
You know I mean, that's the next part to it.
Nobody is telling you. Okay, so you get a lot of misconcepts, right, and misinformation because you know people telling you what you want to hear instead of what you need to know. First thing, that's first and foremost. You mostly surrounded around people who they like, yeah, man, you know, and you know they cheerleading that shit. But in all honesty, that's never what you need. You know, you need somebody that hey I can call on, and they're not gonna tell me what I want to hear. They're gonna tell me how I can move forward. You know, and that's where to me healing starts too.
Having the right people around you,
having the right circle. You know what I'm saying? Okay, because if you got the wrong circle, first of all, you should be skeptical of anybody telling you all and then most of the time you know it's wrong, but you want to hear that you did the right thing.
Validation.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I just want to be validated for this, but why? Okay, you know, it's like you know. I was telling Terry tonight, man, you know, when we was talking, I'm like, man, look, why, don't you know you a king, man? Like, you don't love yourself enough. And what happens? Hurt people hurt people. You
the
gonna
truest
start
statement I've heard, you know, ever. Nigga, hurt people hurt
people.
people.
You gonna start running away. what happens? Now you got the best thing in your life, but you're used to a comfort zone, and that comfort zone could be, it could be just chaotic. You know what I'm saying? But you would rather stay with that because that's what you know, and have a fear of going forward into something that you don't. When the best things, man, could be in what you don't know. That's where the learning starts. Okay, I'm learning because I don't know this. You know what I'm saying? So I'm educating because this is something I don't know. That's education. You know, that's where the wisdom starts. That's where the knowledge kick in. If I know it, then what am I learning? You see what I'm saying, bro? Maybe it's me, man.
No, I feel you. I think Will Smith said it one time. That's what the nigga say? I don't want to misquote Big Willie style all in and get jiggy with it. He said, him and Eric Thomas, I believe, said that everything you want is on the other side of fear.
Huh?
So it's like everything that you say that you really want is always located on the other side of fear. So you have to push through your comfort zone, right, in order to achieve those things. And that's why a lot of people never achieve what they want, because they succumb to fear. But sticking on the healing, that's tough, man. Cause like I said, a lot of people just know how to bury their shit, right? And they never really get over it. It's more so, it's crazy when you actually think about it, because when you, let's say, suppress those feelings, right, or the pain that you're going through, you like lock it in, right? You trap it in. But listen to what I'm saying. I'm literally telling you, and that should sound fucked up to you. You trap it inside, meaning that you will never let go of it. You know, that you can never heal from something that you are keeping in.
Never.
All right, it's just festering and it's just sitting there. It ain't never dormant either, because you can think you got over it, and then the smallest thing would trigger it. You know, I read a book and it was like, it had a scenario when this dude, he was riding on the highway, and it was talking about how your mind processes things like subconsciously. Like you see like a million trees, a million clouds, the sky, 15 million cars all at one time, right? And if you had to describe it to someone, if you actually had to say it to someone, it would take forever. But your mind is so quick that it processes that for you the whole time, right? But then it was like, if somebody fucked you up and you have a memory, you can forget all that. Just focus on that memory.
That's right.
But on that note, I need y'all niggas to focus on this shameless plug, and we will be right back. I'm going to touch on this, and I'm going to give y'all that game.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. This one right here is dedicated to all, you know what I'm saying, them girls that just need to get away from their man for a little while. You know what I'm saying? This the Gangsta Mac. It's all good, baby.
Make that shit slap, first.
I'm the motherfucking Gangsta Mac. I'm the motherfucking Gangsta Mac. I'm the motherfucking Gangsta Mac. Rat-tat-tat-tat for your bitch from the back. Oh, I'm the motherfucking Gangsta Mac. I'm the motherfucking Gangsta Mac. I'm the motherfucking Gangsta Mac. Rat-tat-tat-tat for your bitch from the back.
We back, and I'm about to pick back up where I left off when it comes to triggers, right? And you know you haven't healed. So, like I was saying, the scenario with the car, how your brain subconsciously processes everything that you're seeing, right? Without you even wanting to. And if you tried to write it down or explain everything you were seeing, it'd take forever, but the brain does it in like microseconds. But then it had the scenario where this dude was riding on the highway, and like this blue Mustang drove by, and he thought he saw his girl in there with a whole nother nigga, right? So he wasn't for sure though. Look, he wasn't for sure though. Like he didn't know, but he was like, that kind of looks like my woman. And the guy was like, right. So now, while he's on the highway, his mind's not focused on cars, the trees, and none of that shit. Now, all he sees is blue Mustangs whenever they drive by. Like, whenever a blue Mustang drive by, he sees it, he's triggered. Right? So He gets home and he's playing off these emotions. He like, this motherfucker is fucking around on me, like he's building this whole scenario where the narrator in his head is building this whole scenario, right? And it gets him in a bad mood. Now, fast forward, they done got married, right? They got kids. You would think he was over it, right? 10 years passed, right? And then he's riding along. They finna go on some type of trip. And the name of the book, y'all, is The Untethered Soul. Pick it up, it's a good one. And he sees a blue Mustang. And immediately, everything that he buried comes back up. He started thinking about all those fucking emotions about this. They ain't say, I'm paraphrasing. This bitch was cheating on me with this nigga and this fucking blue Mustang. No proof, but he builds this scenario in his head, and then it fucks up the whole mood of their trip. This is a decade later, and he's still fucked up over the blue Mustang, right? So I'm saying all that to say that's how it is when you bury shit and don't heal from it. It had another thing in there that was dope when it was like this person was afraid. Something happened to him, so they was afraid, and they built this house, like metaphorically, they built this house to enclose themselves, right? And it was completely dark. And he used a scenario about how he had these lights that could last for a very long time.
Right.
But then eventually they start running out. And he was panicking. The motherfucker was panicking. He's like, man, I ain't gonna have no fucking light. Right? So then he started lighting all the candles he had. And it was like, I'm not gonna have any fucking light. I don't know what to do. But the whole time he built these walls up, but all he had to do was literally like knock one of them down, because his house was in the middle of a field and the sun was always shining, right there in the middle of the field. But he was so afraid of stepping back out there that he built these walls that he called his home, but it was really his cell. And he was worried about running out of light when the whole time his cell or his home that he thought was his home is surrounded by light 24/7, but he would never knock down the wall, you see, to get out. So I'm like, damn, that was deep to me. So we're like, man, learning how to properly heal is key.
Man,
because come on. You can learn how to heal yourself.
Man.
You know what I'm saying? Then you can approach situations better. It ain't too fucked up people that ain't never healed trying to heal the other person. You know what I'm saying? It's like that never works out.
The thing is, everybody is fucked up. At some point. Ain't nobody perfect, right? So
it's okay. You can keep how it is. Y'all all fucked up out there.
This is the thing when it comes to, like I was saying, you being robotic. You know what I'm saying? If you think you're not, you being robotic. Okay? And you don't even understand that something is controlling you and you ain't got no control, period. Okay? It's just like me and you done talked about, and no offense to anybody out here, but crackheads. Okay? You don't understand that there's things that, that then captured you and you're just as much as addicted to it and it's got a hold on you. You see what I'm saying? If you out here like we was trained when we was younger, man, hey, get all of it you want, man. You know, don't settle down with one. You don't want to be up under no ball and chain and this and this. Yeah. But what you truly saying is you addicted to something, okay, that captures you so much that you can't say no.
Boy, they're addicted to that snapping turtle.
Yeah. You know, you're addicted to that. So now you don't have no control on your life and you meet a woman that's good and you can't keep her because you addicted without even knowing.
Yeah, you addicted.
Come on now. But now let's flip it, right? Like you were saying, bro. I was standing outside with Brother Steve at the job one day. And we was looking one way. We standing right next to each other looking one way. And when you look down on the ground, you can see our shadows. It was kind of dark up here, you know. And he was telling me about some things that he had been going through that had been really challenging to him. And I told him, I said, see, you see this ground we're looking at right now? I said, you see our shadows? You see it's dark up here, you know. We looking at this, we know this. And I told him, I said, now turn around in the same spot. And when he turned around, bro, The sun was shining down. It was light in the air. And I said, most of the time, that's all it takes, bro. That's all it takes is just for you to turn away from something. Okay? To notice that you got something else.
Dang, that was a good one.
You know what I'm saying? That's all it takes. You think because you constantly looking this way, you constantly, you looking into darkness, you're not looking at healing, you feel a certain way or whatever it may be, that can't change. But most of the time, if you just turn the other way,
about face, nigga.
Right. Then you'll notice that the sun is shining on, it's been shining on the back of you the whole time. You just hadn't turned around and even noticed.
Yeah, I thought the heat on your neck was bad breath. No, nigga, that's the sun.
We got to stop too, bro, being enablers of past situations.
Yeah.
Okay? When you got a future ahead of you, and the only reason you can't see it is because you're enabling something that then passed you by and you can't change. Like you said, this guy held on to that for a decade. That's been gone. Okay? But because he couldn't let that past thing go, he couldn't drive into his future. You know what I'm saying? You couldn't get to your destination in a happy, blissful moment.
Goddamn Mustang.
You know?
Fuck them up every time.
And I did a demonstration with my wife on this, bro, no lie, on the enable. And I want everybody out here to think about this. But I put a chair on this side, and I had her on this side. Her representing my future, and the chair representing my past, right? So I gave her everything that we have. I gave her my wallet, which stood for our finances. I gave her the keys, was like our car, our home. I gave her our marriage license, right? I put all this in her arms. Now, this represents my future. She's my future. I put all this in her arms, and I told her, every time I go back to that chair, my past, I want you to grab me with both hands. Now, bro, here I am. I'm feeding the chair, okay? Whatever it may be, shame, regret, whatever. I'm feeding this chair, and the shit just dropping on the floor because the chair ain't got no feelings. It ain't catching nothing. It ain't changing. But every time she has to grab me with both hands, bro, guess what? She got to drop all our shit that's going to the future. She had to drop our marriage. She had to drop our car and our home. She had to drop our finances just to to stop me from going back here into something I could not change.
Pull your Willy Wonka ass back.
Come on. It's ridiculous, man. It's ridiculous how the things that we won't let go of, we constantly trying to change something that's unchangeable, bro. So how can you heal? You can't. You can't heal because you keep reopening that.
Yeah, I think the only thing you can truly change is you.
That's where it starts, bro. It starts with you. If you complaining about some person or this and that, then you know what? Most likely you ain't gonna be able to change that person, but you can always change your shit.
You can change how you deal with that person.
Yeah, you can change how you deal with them, or you can change your environment.
Also facts.
You know what I'm saying? Okay, well, I'm not going to deal with this. But in changing your environment, I still would say that ain't a 100 to even 75%, because if you take what you got into your new environment,
you're just fucking up your new environment.
Right, you're just fucking up your new environment. And you're going to keep doing that as long as you're not taking the time to heal, put the cape up, okay, and stop being a fucking superhero. It's simple, bro. It's simple, but it's not simple.
Yeah, you notice all superheroes got fucked up shit that they ain't dealt with too.
Man, come on now, bro. And they can't. They can't. Think of the psychology, bro. I mean, man, can you imagine I wonder what Batman's sleep is really like. Or do the motherfucker even sleep at all?
You must know it's kind of hard. You know?
Right.
Nigga barely sleeps. I just create and save lives and be in your home in all black while you sleep. Don't worry about that. Don't worry about that. I'm protecting your motherfucking ass because I can't sleep.
Bro.
I gotta do something. I am vengeance, motherfucker. Y'all saw it. I'm vengeance. I'm justice. I'm that nigga. But
when did you ever read about a superhero resting?
Blank man.
Exactly. He is fucking blank man.
Man. His name was Daryl, ironically.
I know, right? The only one that had a little bit of sense.
Hey, bye. Oh shit! I got that. Yeah.
Golly, boy. But no, man. I feel like, man, at some point in your life, you need to go on here and hang that on up and live your life because you ain't living till you do. You know, really, you a dead man walking until you can finally put that up and say, you know what, man, enough of that life. I need to live a little bit, love a little bit. You know what I'm saying? or the remainder of my days need to look like something.
You know what? Most people reach that process when they get around our age. A lot of people do anyway. You get in your late 30s, early 40s, you be like, man, god damn. I'm ready to live a little bit now. You know, you done worked all your goddamn life.
Right.
Like, man, I just want to live a little bit now. Shit. I want some peace.
Yeah,
you become a homebody, you be like, nah, man, I feel better at home. Get out here doing this crazy shit now. I used to love the streets. Now it's like, yo, I'm mad in love with my home. You know
exactly,
everything I need in my home, I can go outside and still be around my home.
Exactly.
But it's wild, man. I think the first step is actually understanding what healing looks like, feels like. How do we access that? How do we get to that point? And then taking the necessary steps to move towards that road.
Right.
Instead of, as you could say, Walking Dead, I say just existing. Like you're not really living, you're just existing in this matrix. You on that hamster wheel, you're doing what everybody else do, growing old. But you're not healing and you're not really experiencing life. You're just going through life.
And you ain't experiencing your life. You got the Joneses on everybody else's life.
That's a whole nother topic right there.
Yeah.
Love Jones with other niggas' reality.
Right.
And the funny thing is, they shit don't even be real. Motherfuckers be painting pictures.
Man, come on.
Like, ooh, bro. I want that. Well, that's a whole nother. We ain't gonna do that. I tell you what, this is what we gonna do. We're gonna give y'all niggas the takeaway of the day before we get too deep in the streets. So, yo, pimping since been pimping with the motherfucking jacket off of Bel Air, but it's just different colors. So, if you can lead the people with anything with the takeaway of the day, what would it be, big dog?
Well, I think I'm gonna leave something that was left with me over the weekend when me and my wife went to our marriage conference, man, which was truly a blessing. But they brought up the concept of technology and how it's affecting, just relationships, period. And the one thing they said, that was just amazing to me is that you touch your phone more times than you touch the people that you're in relationships with.
Yeah.
Now, I said, damn. If that ain't true, it's like you touch it before you go to bed, you touch it when you wake up. Who knows how many fucking times you touch it and how many of them damn things on it you touch, throughout the day. But you come home and you don't touch each other. Something is wrong big time with that. Think about it, bro. Even in the superheroes that we talking about tonight, Batman and them touch they gadgets, utility belts, all that shit.
I'm glad
more
you
than
said
they
gadgets,
do.
man. I didn't know you was going. I'm playing.
But you feel what I'm saying? They touch it's the same concept. They touch that shit more than they do something real. What I'm telling everybody is touch something real.
Look, man, my love language is physical touch. Boy, I be in this bitch trying to be like a Mario nigga. Boom, 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 boom. Turn the lights off. Motherfucker, I'm in this bitch. Touch. Touch.
Right. But I'm saying, you get what I'm saying, bro. I mean, look, we got to look at these things like, hey, look, it's got to get real, okay? Because the shit that you touching on is fucking up everything for you, and that's mine right there, bro. That's why I'm gonna leave that.
Okay, well, my takeaway of the day would be this. Figure out what healing looks like to you, feels like to you, and then pursue it. Like, stop all the crusades. Stop being the hero for everybody else. Stop putting on the cape for everybody else. It's okay to love and care and love on your people. Do that, but now it's time for you to heal you first. Figure out what the fuck is wrong with you.
That's right.
And then deal with that shit because, man, look, once you get good, then you can really help people around you and then not feel a way about any response that they give you.
Come on. That's
so
the truth.
Heal. Don't bury shit. Stop burying shit because it don't work. Don't bury anything else. Don't enclose yourself or trap yourself in what you think is a safe haven, but it's really a jail cell. And you blocking out the light because you got all these walls up. Knock the motherfucking walls down, letting the light experience the pain, process the pain, because that was another thing that book touched on that I felt was deep. It was like, yo, when you just burying this shit and kind of locking it away, you're not filtering it out.
That's right.
Keeping it in is never filtered out. So you just piling up. It's like when you keep on pouring grease down your fucking drain and it sinks eventually.
It's
you're
gonna clog up, right?
Like, you're not filtering through. You're just letting it sit there. So don't do that. Feel the feels. Feel your feels. I love saying that. Feel your feels, but then process that shit and move forward. So on that note, hey, goddammit.
Hey.
With my DJ Cali voice. Another one. Y'all already know what it is. We'll catch y'all niggas next week. Same motherfucking time. Same time. Motherfucking channel. And remember, keep a smile on your face, love in your heart. Be blessed. Stay focused. Stay disciplined. Stay dope.
Stay dope.
I never saw the sun shining so bright. I never saw the moon with so much light. Bluebird singing in the trees.
Yes, she had to stop
Nothing
it.
but the